Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, we're here for our next contract, which is going to be pretty good. We are doing a battle in a polar region. So, actually, you know what, we'll just do a quickly double check. Yeah, I don't see any signs of any particularly heavy mechs. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pick up a decent amount of money. There's not much salvage on offer. We will keep the single salvage point just in case there's something particularly nice, but otherwise we're going to focus in on our money. As for our current group, I think I'm happy with those we've got. Yeah, I think this should be fine. We'll keep Cheese Goblin in the Centurion. The Trebuchet should be fine with Big Man, and yeah, we're going to move on forward. So let's go ahead and deploy.
MechWarriors, prepare for combat.
And we'll see how it all plays out. Yeah, so we are in a polar biome as well, which will be very, very nice. It should mean that if we do have much heat sinking, we should be in a pretty good position. I do normally end up going for a lot of firepower, so that does tend to make the mechs a little bit hotter. So yeah, having this around instead of some water or something should be fairly good. Mind you, there could also be some ice as well to help us out if things get particularly toasty. But either way, we will see what the terrain is like when we land. So first of all, our objective is to destroy the enemy units. After a recent skirmish with our forces, the surviving units of a Taurian lance escaped the battlefield. We believe they managed to partially repair their mechs, and that means that they're a loose end that the Federated Sons would like to see tied off permanently. Track down these survivors and finish them for good. Well, a partial lance of damaged mechs doesn't sound too bad, Commander. If we're able to bring them down mostly intact, this could mean excellent salvage opportunities. Well, you know what? You probably should have said that earlier, otherwise I would have gone for more salvage. But hey,
Interface initiated.
it is what it is. Alright, last known position of the enemy lance, Commander. Advance, get eyes on them, and see how badly damaged they really are. Alright.
Okay, y'all. Stay frosty.
Well, they're somewhere up there. That probably means we need... Could try and outflank them, take the high road, and then pick up some cover and terrain advantage. Yeah, look, I think that's going to have to do for now. Let's just go ahead and we'll sprint all the way up over there.
Move into position.
Oh, we have
Incoming
contact.
bandit.
Okay, what have we got there? 20-ton mech? You know what, that's fine. I am a-okay with that. Let's go. You know what, we'll keep the Trebuchet in a little bit of cover just in case. It does look like we can bring our Centurion up to some high ground. Ooh. That's a curiosity. So let's see. That's 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. So we can't go too much further up the mountain, unfortunately. But that could be rather good. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be what we're going to stick with. I would be tempted, but yeah, it's just not going to happen. As for us, we'll get the Griffin to separate out from the pack, and we will see what they start bringing in our direction. Alright, teeny tiny little Locust 1E. Alright, best of luck, but I doubt that you're long for this world. And nobody else?
Yes, Commander.
Well, that is a choice.
Commander?
Alright,
How might I help?
well, let's get our... Oh, actually, you've got a fair decent amount of evasion there, it seems. Yeah, that is a little bit more annoying. Let's maybe shuffle 20s and 25s. We could possibly take out a leg, but we need...
By.
Oh, actually, you know what we could do is we'll move forwards with our Trebuchet, and then we'll use a sensor lock ability. That way we're at least in better position. We'll have some cover for other things, but we can make it more likely for us to be able to handle what's ahead. Oh, and okay, here comes the reinforcements. Alright, 50-ton mech.
Yeah?
Alright, let's quickly see if we can delete this guy. Let's go with... I think the Griffin's probably... Oh, 33% chance. That's really not high percentages.
Receiving you.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, this is something like where the Phoenix Hawk really begins to shine All that extra accuracy buff can be nice. Alright, you know what? We'll go ahead and try and do this as unobfuscated as possible. Potentially, we might be able to either take out a leg or just destroy it in one. The odds aren't great, but we have to start somewhere.
Engaging target.
Okay, well, we tagged it with what I do not know. That was rather laggy. So what have we got? Left torso, right torso. It's not much of a muchness.
Good to go.
Alright, let's bring
What's the plan?
our Centurion forwards. Yeah, I think we'll stick in cover for
As you
now.
wish.
Try and protect ourselves. Do we go for a full alpha strike? Honestly, I don't know. Maybe we drop off a medium laser just to stay nice and cool. It's unlikely, and you know what? They are the lowest. You know what? Actually, yeah. We'll get rid of the medium lasers. We'll fire the LRMs. We've got an alright percentage chance. They're technically higher than the lasers. And we'll see what damage we can do.
I understand.
But we'll stay nice and cool for when the bigger boys arrive. Alright, and it looks like that is all we can do, so let's just mosey on. AC 10's at 50%, the rest are at 60s. Alright, you know what? That's what we'll do. We'll make our way up over here. Alright, so do we take the 50-50 or do we just let the large lasers do its thing? You know what? I think we let the large lasers do their thing.
Attacking from position.
Excellent.
That one's gone.
Alright, now they're going to have to take some pretty fast movements if they want to get close to us. Again, not super concerned. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can call them out. Let's see if we can get them to move forwards. Oh, Hunchback, Disco. Okay. Yikes. Alright. Fair play, fair play.
Warning. Armor low.
I hadn't considered that was necessarily a possibility. And, where is our armor low? It's down to half. Okay, I guess that's a fair warning. Yeah, that thing, that's, yeah. Gonna stay nice and cool, too. They get the advantage of the polar biome, too.
Commander.
Alright, let's see what we can get done. 80s and 85s, honestly, that's pretty solid. We could go for a precision strike there. If we were to do this... Hang on a second, what is our current... It boosts us up to 90. It's not going to get any better than that, though.
Good to go.
You have orders?
You know what? I think what we'll do is... Oh, right. These guys aren't even going to have the same kind of armor in the head either. Ooh.
Ready for orders.
Okay, you know what? Let's bring our Marauder up first and foremost. We will go for the precision shot. Yeah, definitely going to do a good job here. If one of these hits, he's absolutely cooked.
Engaging target.
And that looked fairly good. Oh, no. Oh, that extra
Nice.
20% must
Got
have
past his armor.
just been enough to keep him in the game. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. That's it. Ah, well.
Light damage.
Alright, how much has that Hunchback got? We're looking at 6 hit points. My goodness. Alright.
Receiving you.
Alright, let's go ahead and... Oh, we can't target anything further back there. The Griffin's not going to see anything either. I think we'll just move on forwards. We'll spam some SRMs at this guy and maybe one of them hits him in the face. Because again, that's it's not much health that he's got there. Nope, can't make him topple over.
Ready for orders.
Oh, that's annoying. Alright, well either way, we'll go ahead and we'll stay in cover. This should be fine. We'll just go ahead and
Aye, aye.
try and remove him from the battlefield. I think that's only fair. Yeah, he hasn't got a whole heap of armor. Oh, but we do have the sensor lock. Oh, that's a shame. We probably... Oh, no, we can't ping him anyway. Oh, 75.
On it.
Alright, let's just take our shots and see how this
Reporting
goes.
critical hit.
Yeah, beginning to question whether picking up some salvage
Yes,
would have been a
Commander.
great idea here. I'm thinking it would have been pretty decent. Alright, well, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll keep in cover. We're pretty good at long range. I'm not too
I
concerned.
understand.
That does mean if they take a shot at the Griffin, we're less likely... Well, if we do take a stray shot, we'll at least have some protection. Go ahead and we'll do a full alpha strike. Again, heat's not a huge issue with this one.
As you wish.
Arm down. Come on, topple over.
Reporting critical hit.
Okay, we did get the knockdown. That's what I was hoping for. Alright, one more injury taken. Let's bring...
What do you need?
Oh, actually, you know, we could possibly get the kill right here.
Orders?
Reporting.
You know what? This Griffin of ours probably can go ahead and take this kill here. That'll also give us visual up over there. Hang on a second. What is this? Left side of our torso? Let's maybe not favor our left side quite so much and let it be more of a straight shot. Maybe that way we can avoid some, yeah, less, what do we call it? Focused fire. It looks like they have an Orion. Okay. Alrighty-o. Either way, that's all good. Let's just go ahead and, you know what? We'll aim for the head, but I don't think this guy's surviving. He's got... Oh, actually, you know what? No, let's just finish this guy off. There we go. Good way to finish.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Nice big explosion there. We can now then go ahead and take
Yes,
some
Commander.
long distance shots back here. LRMs would be fine. If we go closer, we're still not going to be able to get our... Oh, actually, you know what? That is better position there. 80s and 75s. Yeah, although, hang on a second. If we move up here... There we go. We'll separate out
Roger.
just that a little bit. Take some shots to cut down on his evasion.
Target acquired.
Maybe we can soften up the armor just that
How
little
might
bit.
I help?
And then 65 across the board is fairly good. 85s is better. Alright then. Let's mosey on up and take the shot. Alright, and now
Orders.
let's bring Ranek forwards. We should hopefully avoid any clustering, so we shouldn't take any accidental extra shots.
On my way.
He's not in cover. If one of these shots hits, this should be the kill. Let's aim for the face.
Target confirmed.
And one of them did. That's all we needed.
I hope we can sell it.
Well, that's all the survivors destroyed, Commander. Well done.
Mission successful.
Man, now I'm really upset. An Orion would have been really nice. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a Hunchback, but that Orion would be particularly good. Well, I guess that's just the roll of the dice. These missions you don't necessarily know. I didn't see any mention of any heavy mechs there, so I thought we would be fine. And it turns out we were just not what we wanted. We'll pick up part of the Orion there. We can at least get 2 out of 3 guaranteed. No real things that we care about, although there is a lot of heat sinks on offer. Let's confirm. Okay, so no heat sinks, just what we got. Ah, well. That's it though, as you can see now, having had that morale upgrade to steady is a huge improvement. The fact that we can now start calling out precision shots every second round makes a huge world of difference. Not to mention if we do get a couple of kills with some lighter mechs, we have we can do it even more frequently and really make the most out of things. Definitely goes to show the power of good morale. Alright, well, you know what? That was incredibly quick. Let's go ahead and we'll pick up a second mission. Hopefully it won't be too long. We do have Hold the Line, that's against the pirates, but again, we've decided not to do this. Either that or we have an attack and defend. Ooh. 6 salvage. That would be really nice, but I don't know how long that's going to take. Either that or we have a destroy the base, and I think that's against the Taurians, the B team, that's against pirates. Okay, you know what? I think we might go for this. It is a destroy the base. There's going to be a decent number of mechs here, but I think we can probably do so relatively alright. Yeah, let's pick up this more difficult mission. Let's also focus in entirely on salvage. It clearly seems to be the thing that we should be picking up in these missions. Let's go ahead and see what we can collect. Alright, do we need any last minute changes? We do have the Enforcer for an AC-10, but again, that's only got 8 shots of ammo. I don't think that's really ideal. Yeah, I actually think we're happy with what we've got. Let's go ahead and jump on in. The only question is... Oh, wait a second. Before we do, let's just quickly back on out and check in on our MechWarriors. If there is some XP for
Commander.
us, we should be taking it. So let's see. Yeah, we'll pick that up. Try and get him
Training confirmed.
to that extra sprinting
Awaiting
speed.
orders.
Looks like Cheese Goblin is fine.
What do you need?
Rannick, we can now, yeah, get that maximum sprint upgraded.
MechWarrior
That's very
training
nice since he's in
complete.
our slowest mech. And then for ourselves, I do want to keep on moving, but I really do want that breaching shot. I think we hold off for now. We're not going to have enough anyway,
Standing
so
by.
it just is what it is. Alright, now we can go ahead and jump on in. Let's see, not the high tide. Destroy base, 2.5 skulls. Yes, that's the one. Let's go. Full salvage. Taurians will be upset, but again, it is what it is. Everybody else is happy. Let's roll.
MechWarriors, prepare for combat.
Alright, so now let's take a little bit more of a look at the contract for the exact specifics. Okay, so the objective is destroy enemy structures and extract safely. Gotta hide the evidence. We had a few associates go missing recently, and where should they happen to turn up but a Taurian blackside? We have to assume that they're being interrogated right now. Normally we'd be extremely concerned for their welfare and would try to rescue them, but in this case it seems likely they're beyond rescue. We need you to level that blackside to ensure that any secrets they've spilled are erased. No one among thieves, I suppose. Yes. It's a
Command interface
dangerous line of
initiated.
business, it seems. Alright, this is an automated warning. You are entering a restricted area. Withdraw or you will be fired upon. I don't know, Commander. They seem serious. Maybe we should. I'm kidding. Let's go wreck some stuff. Alright, let's see what we've got. So, facility, 3 buildings. Garrison, unknown number of mechs. Okay, so... what to do? They definitely have at least 1 turret there. There'll probably be another... yeah, there's a second turret. Yeah, I'd be guessing there's more than 2 though. Alright, we're going to have to be careful with the way that we do this. I think what we try and do is we engage from this side of the mountain, keep that crest in between us and them, and then we try and destroy them as quickly as possible to avoid any potential indirect fire from those turrets and whatever have you. Although that 60-ton vehicle does give me a reason to pause. Yeah, let's just see what we can get done. We'll bring up everybody as far as we can.
Yes, Commander.
And hopefully we'll not encounter too much trouble.
Time to earn our money.
Alright, light mech's coming up our way. Honestly, that is fine by me. We're not going... oh, wait. We can get a shot already with our Marauder.
Yes, Commander.
That would be...
Awaiting orders.
you know what? That actually would be enough. You know what? Yeah, let's make sure that this guy does not get a turn, if at all,
Confirmed.
of... yeah, manageable. I have a Bulldog, yeah. Large laser, 2 SRM4s, 40-tonner, and another 40-tonner. Yeah, let's just focus in on this first. Make sure it goes goodbye. And we did not get the kill. Okay, that is a little bit annoying. Ooh, they have an assassin. Okay. Well, that's a bit more of a light mech killer, so I'm not super concerned as we don't have any of those. But that said, though, still, let's not be too dismissive. I have the intercept system. Ignore 3 charges of evasive when attacking targets. Yeah, these things are going to land the damage every time. We need to be careful.
Receiving you.
Alright, let's go and bring... what do we want? Well, you know what? They're going to be in cover as well. Let's just minimize the amount of targets that we can engage with.
You have orders?
It's all indirect for now. There's not much we can really do. I think... Oh, actually, we can get the Griffin up. So I suppose if we can take a shot, we should. Yeah, it's not going to hamper too much. Yeah. Let's go and fire? Yeah. And no real damage. Alright, that's a pity. Alright.
Good to go.
I think for now then, let's just figure out what do we want. This Bulldog. It's got cover reduction, weak against melee, of course. Then we have this clown as well. Could possibly take out that intercept system. That'd be really nice. It's all on that left arm there. That's a couple of SRMs, ammos, jump jets. I'm thinking this could actually be a worthwhile target, this assassin.
Orders?
Yeah, we've only got LRMs to fire. That said, though, that Bulldog is pretty beat up. And you know what? That Bulldog's more likely to die. Let's go ahead and...
How might I help?
Let's move the Centurion over first. We'll fire all of these. Oh, actually, no, we won't.
Standing by.
We'll move, yeah, we'll fire all the biggest amount of LRMs at this
On
first
my
target,
way.
just to minimize the amount of times we have to shoot at it, if necessary.
I copy.
Alright, vehicle destroyed. That is excellent.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
The fact we've taken out a large laser already is nice. These guys are still going to be annoying.
Yes, Commander.
But again, they were always going to be, so that just is what it is. 45%. Oh no, 55. 60. You know what? That'll have to do.
Consider
Let's
it
move
done.
on up, and we'll see what damage we can cause.
Target acquired and locked in.
Alright, now let's see what they have. They have...
I've been sensor locked.
Oh, sensor locking. Okay, so... Couple of stray shots. Yeah, they have LRM turrets, which I'm
Damage
truly not
minimal.
surprised about. And then it looks like they might have a direct fire as well, given that they didn't have another turret shoot at us.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, decisions. I think what we do here, we get close. Actually, how close can we get? Not close enough for... Oh, okay, yeah. Not close enough to get our small lasers online, which is a little bit saddening. They've only got, what's that, 51 points of health in their heads, so that's gonna not die unless the AC-10 hits.
Waiting for orders.
Trebuchet, Centurion, we could go ahead and just mosey on up. That's a solid barrage. And you know what? I actually think we might take this. Yeah, that way we could then maybe move the Marauder around and like take a shot at something else. Yeah, I think this is going to be the best course of action for now.
Firing.
Alright, that's a good sign.
Solid connection on that one.
Ammo explosion, torso is down. Yeah, that thing's not long for this world. Both of its legs are pretty well beaten up. Only got 75 points of total coverage in the center. Let's see, 2 smalls, a medium, and LRM5.
Standing by.
Let's go. Actually, you know what? Maybe the Griffin could be the one to kill this thing. Yeah, it's not a bad plan, actually. In fact, what we could do is we could even attack it from its broken side. Really guarantee that the damage is coming in. Yeah, let's make sure that we can, well, use its broken structure to our advantage.
Engaging target.
Mess them up.
That's what we wanted. Alright. That was a good situation right there.
Aye, aye.
Alright, now we've got our Marauder. We can't quite get any targeting data yet.
Commander?
Oh, we could actually get the Trebuchet into position against that 40-tonner. We're not going to see whatever you are down there, though. That's it, though. It's not going to be in cover. Maybe... You know what we do? Let's go ahead and shuffle over here.
Move order.
And now, maybe what we do here is we go for a sensor lock on you down here. And then we'll try and take you out with LRMs. Yeah, so what do you got? You're a Manticore. Okay, so that means you're touting a PPC, LRM-10, SRM-6, and a medium laser. Ooh, that's a lot of armor for us to chew
Ready
through.
for orders.
Well, good thing we've got a lot of LRMs, hey? Let's keep you out of sight and out of mind, I suppose.
Location confirmed.
We'll shuffle across. We'll fire these. They're at 95%. At least damage is
Fire.
damage. And hopefully they mainly hit one side and we'll soften them up.
Sensor locked.
Alright, here come the LRMs. Alright, minimal number. I guess they must be firing at an extreme range, so they'll, yeah, should have some
Ready
disadvantage.
for orders.
What to do here? You know what? We've got good resolve. Let's shuffle on up. I think what we'll do is we'll move up. We'll see if we can take out this mech with a headshot. And then we'll see... Oh, actually, you know what? That could be even closer. Yeah, there we go. And we'll see what we can get done. So, what do they have? They have a cicada. Oh, and a full barrage is available. Well then, let's go ahead and make this thing no more if possible. Well, it's still kicking, but not by too much. Stripped off the armor there. Took out a lot of damage on that left arm. That leg's also feeling a little bit winky
What's
wonky.
up, boss?
Alright, let's
the
go. Alright, what are we going to do here with you, my friend? Can't really do too much with our Griffin, it seems. Let's save
Yes,
him
Commander.
for later. The Trebuchet, though, let's bring you... actually,
How
no,
might I
let's
help?
use the Centurion. I want to fire everything we've got against that Manticore. I don't want that thing living if I can avoid it. The Cicada is going to be annoying, but again, it's not as concerning.
Have no doubt it will be done.
So we'll do what we must. Alright, let's go ahead and fire. Yeah, that damage reduction is annoying, but there's not much we can do about that. Let's see, how's it feeling? Still fairly well off. If we hit that right side there, that'd be really good, but again, not much we can do about it.
Standing by.
Alright, let's move on up. Again, full damage is all that we could really ask for. 95% across
Moving
the
to
board.
position.
Yeah, it is what it is. Oh, we could actually use a oh, wait a second, that would only change with the medium lasers land. And that's still not enough for the kill. Yeah, let's just fire.
Roger that.
Alright, well, it looks like that thing is going to survive for a turn, which is kind of annoying. We almost managed to deal with it, but too little too late. Let's go ahead and reserve and see if any of them move on up, and then I'll see if we can get a shot off with the Griffin, because as it stands, we are not going to be able to do any damage this turn. Alright, Griffin, how are you feeling? Fairly much of a muchness, it seems. We could shuffle on forwards, maybe open things up. I don't think we want to get too close to the building just yet, just in case. I think we just kind of make ourselves a potential target. I don't know, maybe they'll split out the damage. Who knows? Alright, backing off.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Sensor locking on two of us. Okay.
Minimal damage on that hit. Let's go.
Alright, well I think we're in a pretty good position here.
Good to go.
Let's just go ahead and... yeah, I think we just cool on down. We'll just fire everything that we've got. Let's go at point blank range. We'll see if we can scalp the pilot out of his mech. Let's go for the headshot, 33%. Alright, and it looks like we set off a chain reaction. Alright, well that'll do.
Commander?
Trebuchet. No,
Awaiting
I think...
orders.
Let's move the Centurion over here. Yeah, there we are. That's probably best with
Be
its
there in a
AC 5 for some direct damage. If that hits, that should hopefully destroy, although we are firing in the wrong direction. Yeah, it's being clever with its armor.
Target destroyed.
That said, though, the roll of the dice can always get
That's
you.
a kill.
Alright, good job there, Cheese Goblin. Alright, let's get everybody moving. Let's start with the sprint down here into cover.
On it.
The Trebuchet, let's stay... Oh, actually, you know what? They could still sensor lock us, so let's just stay near the path.
Moving out.
Oh, actually, it looks like we have a line of sight against the standard LRM turret. That said, though, I don't know if we saw missiles come from here. I thought I saw them coming from down there. I'm guessing what that means is that one of them was sensor locking and the other one was shooting. But either way, it's not going to be here nor there. If we do stay with what we've got... Oh, actually, we could take some shots here. We need 150 damage. We can do... What's this? 20, 60, 105. We can certainly soften it. Oh, and then to get back out, we actually need to change where we're going. Alright, let's just sprint over here, just double check that that doesn't change our movement, which it kind of does change our profile a little. But I think we'll go...
Certainly.
We'll back up and start to put some damage on. Just... Wait, what?
Yes, Commander.
I thought that I just walked. I was planning on shooting after that. Huh. Alright, well, I guess I can't do too much about that. Let's move on forwards. We'll start pummeling this thing. That does have direct line of sight, so we do need to get this kill on the turret. We can easily pick that off with our other weapons sooner than later. Let's move on forwards and...
What's up, boss?
Actually, you know what? Maybe we just... what have we got? We got multiple shots. We only need one medium laser here. Yeah, look, we'll just go ahead and we'll shuffle forwards. We'll go with a multi-target here. Just make sure that we clean up some of this stuff here. That should be fine.
Splitting fire.
Alright, so now that they'll need to sensor lock if they want to be able to put some shots on us. Still have a couple of turrets to be concerned about, but we'll be fine. Anyone else with... Oh, yeah, okay. We can only hit the buildings. I don't think that's worthwhile to me. Let's just go ahead and sprint.
I'll be there before you know it.
We'll see if we can get a sensor lock on some of those other turrets so we can
Orders.
remove them from things. So we'll just go ahead and we'll shuffle down. Let's still take cover just in case.
Roger.
We know that at least one of them can, use their sensor locking abilities. No? Oh, they didn't fire. Okay, so as long as we can find one and then quickly target it,
Receiving you.
we should be fairly
Waiting
safe.
for orders.
Let's move on. Let's move on up.
Aye, aye.
Sniper turret, twin PPC, twin MG. Let's make sure that says goodbye.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
And that's still standing, but barely.
Yep.
Let's go with our... Yeah, there we go. Our Griffin should be able to handle that. I'm thinking we could probably take out one more turret if we did accidentally destroy this building. So let's go. Multi-target, we'll send one of you here, one of you there. Let's go. Send those to B, that should be fine.
Engaging multiple targets.
Yeah, more damage than we needed, and then... I guess it's still standing. Okay then, well I guess we'll wait till the next turn to do that. Let's go Let's start rotating around just to make sure we've got a good angle, just in case we need it. And then, you know what? This one here, 100 points of damage. We could destroy. Actually, if we get the stray shot, we could all... Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter. That's only 2 buildings.
Firing on target.
Good shot, Commander. Enemy structure down.
Alright, well that's 1 out of 3.
Payday.
Alright, and then
What's the
Cheese
plan?
Goblin, let's go ahead and we'll sprint you forwards. Alright, let's see what we've got left. Any turret activity? The answer is no.
Standing by.
Alright, let's bring you... Actually, you know what? Maybe it's just a line of sight
Orders?
issue. Let's bring... we can see one, we can see the other. You know what? Let's just go ahead and move on over here.
Roger that.
That'll be fine. What do we see? Standard LRM turret? Yeah, again, without targets for it to be able to pick.
Firing full complement on enemy.
Alright, structure is exposed. We'll
to go.
finish up with... oh yes. I guess we'll just clean this up with the Marauder.
Copy that.
Let's just keep on firing. Again, overkill, but again, it's not like it makes a huge matter of difference to us right now. And then...
Target destroyed.
yeah, we just got to pick up that last
You
one.
have
So,
orders?
Cheese Goblin, we cannot, unfortunately, get our mech close enough to be able to do anything. Let's just move on
Have no
forwards.
doubt it will be done.
And then... who's left? Oh, just me. Okay, yeah, we'll just wait. Alright, oh, and, oh, should have ran. Alright. It is what it is. It's going to be a victory. We'll still make sure that we get the kill here. Let's go focus all of our attention on that light standard turret. Large laser, 2 mediums, yeah. Again, not much it can do at such a distance. It's still standing, but barely.
Good to go.
Let's go. Move on up.
Affirmative.
We'll go with a quick multi-target. LRM's over here. The rest all there.
Engaging multiple targets.
And I'm hoping that reveals a better line of sight to the final building.
One less structure.
Apparently not
Yes,
quite.
Commander.
Alright. Close, but not quite. That'll be fine. Let's just go ahead and move on forwards. The Centurion should be able to clean this up. We've got a solid amount of firepower on this mech.
Good to go.
There we go.
Inbound, Commander. I'll meet you at the LZ.
Alright, well, the area has been cleared. Green light to land. You know what? To be honest, considering how some of those fights can go, I think it's just a matter of the mechs that we rolled defending that base. Also, too, the fact that they didn't have more LRM turrets. They're in a bit of a tight spot there, not being able to get any direct line of sight. Made our life much, much better. Boosted up our money a little bit, which is always good. Federated Suns do appreciate us. That is always nice. We got some XP, no injuries. We can go ahead and collect... oh my goodness. We'll pick up the PPC. Other than that, do we... oh. There's more than what we can really take. Alright, well, you know, we'll just take what's there. We received everything else. Who would have thought? I think we actually got shortchanged on there not being 2 extra items. Well, we could have been lucky if we had have rolled a headshot, but again, that is not always the way that things work. So, yeah, it just is what it is. That said, though, more bits and pieces is always worthwhile. So, yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, so that should be enough XP for a few of our MechWarriors to move up to the next tier. And then... well, I think that's probably about it for today, because there's only that attack and defend, and that's certainly going to take some time.
That asked for is cleared for fighting.
Cicada, do we want to keep you? Honestly, I don't know if I'm super sold on you. Let's just send you to storage for now. We'll figure that out later. As for our MechWarriors, let's just quickly double check in on them.
Standing by.
Big man, you're good.
Awaiting orders.
Cheese Goblin, we can either go for extra unsteady and melee, or we could maybe hold out 20 XP for that final gunnery skill. And I think that that's what we'll wait for.
Orders.
Headhunter. Again, you got that sprinting. I think we save up for more gunnery. I think that'll be fine. For myself, let's go ahead and work our way towards that breaching shot. That will be very good.
MechWarrior training complete.
Yes, Commander.
And then that's everybody. Okay, so that's where we're going to call things for today. We'll come back with another contract in the next one. I believe B Team as well as High Tide are both against the pirates, which we are not going to do. Oh, wait a second. No, we could have taken High Tide. Huh. Oh, well, that is attack and defend anyway. Sorry, that is my bad. Hold the Line is the one I meant. That's the pirate one. So we have one more mission here, then we'll have to fly to somewhere new. So if you want to see where that is and where we go, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.